Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. We're just starting some podcasts, and so who would we want to interview first on our very first podcast? And it's actually Brandon Davis, who's the president of our council. And here's the scoop. He is with Witschey, and Firestine, and an attorney. And we're just so glad that we could start our podcast series with Brandon. So good morning, Brandon.
Thank you, Jenny. Thanks for having me.
Oh, gosh, I love this guy. And then on top of that, I love his wife and his two children. So this is a good one to start with. Yes.
We're excited.
Okay, so I got some questions to ask you. And I think you're going to enjoy spending a little extra time with me.
Always do.
Like we don't spend enough time together. Okay, so first of all, tell us about Witschey and Firestine.
Yeah, so Witschey and Firestine is a law firm founded in 1996. It was actually founded by Jeff and Frank Witschey, Wadsworth guys, who you know, and Dave Firestine became a partner in 2005. We've got 8 lawyers at the law firm, and we specialize in business and real estate transactions, litigation, as well as probate and estate planning. Our attorneys, we like to pride ourselves on being very community oriented. As you know, I'm part of the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, as the board president. My wife, Emily, is the president of Main Street Wadsworth here in town. Frank Witschey is on the board of the Village of St. Edward.
Nice.
Betsy Hartshoe and her husband founded the Akron Children's Museum, and Dave Firestine, started Copplato Cross. So we definitely pride ourselves at the firm in that.
And your wife's also an attorney.
That's right. And she works at the law firm.
Yeah, so that's pretty nice. Do you guys go back and forth about different cases you're working on? Because you do practice 2 different areas of law.
Yeah, and a lot of people ask. We don't share a desk or anything, and we don't. We have separate offices. But we are often we're really doing different areas of the law, so we don't have a whole lot of interaction. But it's great to work with her.
Holy smokes. What would you think that you would say honestly, listen to that, like you're going to lie to me. I don't know where that
There's
came
a lie
from.
detector here, yes.
What would you say would be something that makes Witschey and Firestine, I love saying it. What do you think would make them so unique against other law firms?
So I really think what separates us is, we're a small law firm, but we're really full service. Being able to offer a range of practice areas to our clients. Our lawyers are well versed in both the transactional and litigation side of things. And what I mean by that is, when you're drafting documents for a sale of a business or something like a real estate transaction, you want to be able to issue spot and be aware of issues that may arise in litigation, when 2 parties have issues with the document. So you're really able to hone your craft if you can understand both sides of the coin. And same thing on the litigation side is, when you're in court and you're litigating over issues, you want to be able to understand how those documents that you're having issues over were drafted and what the parties were thinking of at that time. And so it really helps that all of our attorneys are well versed in both the transactional side and the litigation side. And on top of that, I really just love the range of clients that we have right now. We often represent the mom and pops, maybe someone just starting a new business. Nice. But we also have clients that are valued over $100 million, and talking about going public. So
I don't work for one of those.
Yeah. So,
but if you know of an opening,
all right,
let me know.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
So we're cost conscious enough to be able to work with the little guys, but also sophisticated enough to be able to work with the big guys as well. And that's kind of a really great blend that we're able to have.
Now, I wanted to ask, how did you land at Witschey and Firestine? How did that happen?
So I spent 3.5 years at Palisac, McIlvaine, Hoffman & Morris, a well-known Wadsworth law firm.
Yes.
Here in town, and then we merged with Witschey and Firestine. So we had the option of going over. We met the owners, the partners, and just got along great with them, and haven't looked back since.
Hey, that's pretty nice. And so then, in not looking back, you brought your wife with you.
We didn't structure it as a package deal, but it was great that we both got to go, and we're loving it.
Now, where is their office?
So we have offices here in Wadsworth,
Okay.
and we also have one in Fairlawn.
Okay. Where do you mainly work from?
Really back and forth, often in Fairlawn, but if the client is a Wadsworth client or it's closer to them, certainly here in Wadsworth.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, really, that's very nice. So, are you all like kind of blended together and working together and forming a great team?
Yes.
You feel good about
yeah,
that?
Yep. The merger's been great.
Okay. I have not met the Witcheys. Yeah.
We'll have to bring them down to the chamber office then.
Yeah, but I do want to meet them. And I love that they could be a Firestone with just the change of an eye. I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah, you could just decide you're going to go for a fox hunt on the Firestone property there. So I wanted to ask you too, how did you decide to go into law?
You know what? Honestly, just kind of fell into it, Janie. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Akron, for undergraduate, and kind of just stayed there for 7 years and ended up with a law degree. So, that can happen. But one thing I wanted to mention, that's really that I've enjoyed kind of working with the law firm is we really pride ourselves on being both lawyers but also businessmen and women.
Nice. Yeah.
Warren Buffett actually has a quote out there that'll explain it. But can you really explain to a fish what it's like to walk? One day on land is worth 1,000 years talking about it, and one day running a business has exactly the same effect. So that's kind of how we feel at the law firm about representing businesses. We ourselves have experience in businesses, we invest in businesses, and it allows us to easily relate to our clients and customers. We're able to kind of walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And we're able to find solutions, not just find problems. And I think that really benefits us and kind of how we go about our practice at the law firm.
Boy, that is awesome. That is really an amazing, not only a success story, because I know the firm is very successful, but I think that that's an amazing story that those core values really came to light, as they were working together. And you have those same core values about helping people, and understanding what their needs are.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite things about being a lawyer and working at a law firm is helping people. I know it sounds cliche, but we honestly talk to people on their best day and their worst day.
Yikes.
You could be having just sold an asset or closed a transaction, and you could be getting wired millions of dollars into your bank account. That's a pretty good day, right?
Yeah.
Or you could be named in a lawsuit and you're calling the law firm because you're wondering what next steps are and things like that. So you really get the range, and helping people is kind of, you really do get the benefit of that, and it's a great part of the job.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, Brandon, and we appreciate that your home is based in Wadsworth.
Right.
Yeah, and between Fairlawn and Wadsworth, that's where your practice is.
Yep.
Yeah. So how can people find you?
Well, they can call us at 330-665-5117, ask for Brandon Davis.
Okay.
Or our website is witscheylaw.com, WITSCHEY law.com.
Well, I just think you're amazing as far as just starting out at Akron U and end up an attorney.
You're amazing as well, Janie. Thank you.
I think so. So thanks, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you at the chamber lunches.
Absolutely.
Yep, because you'll be up there running the meetings as our board president.
That's right.
And then also, we just recently did the Easter Basket Scholarship Auction, so Brandon and I will be handing out the recipient awards. So very nice. So thank you, Brandon, so much.
Thanks, Janie.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.